Hello, I'm Bernadette Taylor. I'm 71 years old and I'm just doing my first ever degree. I've been sewing for about 50 years. The first thing I made, I borrowed a machine from somebody and I got a pattern, and the first thing I made was trousers, a coat and a dress. I first started sewing when I had my daughter because I couldn't afford to buy her what I wanted her to wear. So I started designing it and making it myself. And that's just never stopped. It's just gone on from then. She would come in with just a photograph on a Monday night. Can you make that for Friday for me, Mum? And silly Mum would do it. I'm still doing it even now for other students. I'm still sewing their stuff together. I've always carried it on. It's just something that's become a habit, I think, as well as a passion. And I still do it. I used to sit and watch my aunt sew. I was never allowed to touch her machine, but I could sit and watch. So I've been retired for a few years, and then I saw a little advert in the paper for a course of new beginnings. And it was meant to be for people that had never had the opportunities or just never taken them up to go to university. And that was what I did. I went in the next day, passed the test, and they told me straight away. And now I'm almost finished the foundation course. I hadn't been at school since I was 16. It was a big gap. It was a bit scary because I've never been trained on a computer either. So it was like the blind leading the blind, really. A lot of the younger ones come up and ask me how to do things. I think I've been accepted by them, to be honest. I've not been shunned by them or ignored by any of them. They all call me by name. So I have to say I am a bit nervous about things like the library and that. If I put a hat on, then I'd be all right, but this white hair really shows up everywhere. I'm doing my best. I don't think fashion is out there for older people. I think it is just geared towards young people. I would try to encourage the people that I'm actually with now because they're in the same field. I'd like to do a fashion show where the models are the cancer patients. It just reassures them, really, that somebody's there and someone's listening. If you can cheer somebody up, then everything's worth it. I think everybody should have a go. They've got nothing to lose. They really haven't. All I can do at the moment is try. So I can't be that bad, really, can I? Oh, if you can help somebody else out, it's always worth it, isn't it? I think a lot of it's got to do with my grandchildren as well. I just think if they can see somebody as old as me doing it, then they've got to do it. And I am a religious person. It boils down to one thing. Do a good turn instead of a bad one. My life changed completely when my son, his partner and my grandchildren moved to Denmark. There was a great big empty space in my life when they moved. They're living their life anyway. We're all different, but we've all got our own personality that we try to dress towards our own personality. I think if you've got a dream and you've really got a passion for it, follow it and don't let anyone stop you. Follow your dreams. And don't let anyone stop you.